Hello, everybody. It's Flesson19, and after about 7 weeks, welcome to the patch notes for 1.5.10. As always, I will be running through these patch notes for the first time with you, so you can get my honest reaction to them. With some of them, though, I will try to move a little bit faster so we can get through some things quicker. Crashes. Selecting a ranged weapon, dying in the arena while locked onto a target, using the add progress to current building command, reloading save games when a Lord quest giver died, when trying to talk to an army leader that had not merged with an army yet, when encountering zero troop parties that had spawned after an army versus army battle, while loading which caused some story mode heroes, in missions when a hero died in battle, after trying to complete a quest with a Lord solution, after talking to a companion about their grievance in regards to a raid, when a player tried to talk to an unmet hero in the player's party, when trying to save a village from a raid during an escort quest, escort caravan quest. Player spoke with a daughter-in-law while she was in the player's party while navigating the encyclopedia. At the end of a conversation, yeah, those two, I know they've been talking about a lot of that. Issue was completed with an alternative solution while the main party was moving on the map due to bandit factions sending ransom offers during the weekend enemy Empire's main story quest due to delayed peace declarations during the main storyline last phase due to ransom offers that were made to Rory players' companions when a rival gang leader quest giver died during the alley mission, when switching weapons in the smithy, when trying to complete a non-valid transfer in order to transfer pop-up. So a lot of crashes. That's actually very good when we get a ton of them. Now, this is what I'm looking forward to is performance. We've had a lot of problems with performance. This is always a concern with Tail World when they give us performance fixes, and sometimes they just don't work. Improved campaign map party performance with code refactoring, slightly reduced video memory usage on the campaign map, increased quick conversation loading performance, the transfer of large number of units by the AI between formations was overhauled to increase performance and prevent spikes, made several optimizations, they spelled that wrong, I think that's supposed to be with a Z, regarding AI parties recruiting prisoners. Okay, not bad. The bigger one is at the end when they really get into performance. Fix the bug that made Town Alley empty after a safe load. I actually did have that on my playthrough. I was looking for back alleys to go after, and there was nobody there, so I hope that fixed that. Prevented the game menu ID from being saved, and remove some NPCs and companions when loading. Localization, Chinese, Turkish, various tech upgrades, art, whole bunch. Now, this I did actually see on the website. Whole bunch of new village scenes. Oh, a lot of art they did in this one. A ton of art. Hopefully, we get the campaign map. Helmets, scenes, improved performance and visual for Sturgeon, various materials and textures, Kuzite village house physics problems, helmet scaling, and two-handed Empire sword grip, animations, uh, civilian mission animation bugs, campaign map. Fixed an issue with the campaign map camera zooming in on high terrain. I believe that is what happened to me. I showed it in my live stream. You would zoom in, and it would take about a second or two for the graphics to kind of scale in, and they would look like potato for a moment. So I hope that's what that is. Fixed a bug that prevented tracks from disappearing, caused tracks to disappear immediately after they appeared. Audio. Added some new sound triggers when clicking various buttons on the settlements map. On the campaign map, added new detail sounds for settlements, and fixed the jumpiness of ambient sounds. Alright, UI changes. Added a player character visual to the save load screen. Players can now see their main character with their horse in the save load. Not a big issue. Added additional information to the Kingdom Wars tab. Added a war log tab. Players can now see recent events that happened in the selected war. That could be okay. Separated captured towns in 2 separate bars in the war item. Captured towns and castles added prisoner bars. Added towns, castles, and tribute bars to the truce items. Added detailed tooltips to some of the bars to show detailed information about the values in those bars. Okay, that could be interesting to see. Added difficulty presets to campaign options, freebooter, warrior. These presets have default values for various difficulty options. The player can still choose to modify specific difficulty options. Added a new. They did it. They finally added options. I have been screaming for months to give us options. You can now, from what it looks like, I don't know if it's turned on or off or it's the amount. You can now do something with the death of clan members in mission. They were supposed to turn that on. So maybe you could turn it on and off or it's a percentage. Persuasion success chance. Friendly troops and players damage received options were updated. Remove the difficulty option remove friendly parties. Maybe you cannot now do friendly parties. So have to get into the game to see this. And just to let everybody know, as soon as I get done with these patch notes and they're uploaded, I will be live streaming a beta test today and tomorrow, the first 2 days of this, where I will be running through all of these things, testing it. I show people how I actually beta test. So if you want to see me, I will be live on YouTube. So these will be very interesting to look at. I'm assuming this will be removed and a new difficulty option. So I don't know if it's going to be percentage chance or what, but that is actually really cool. Moved enable tutorial and auto save interval from campaign option to gameplay. Okay. That's actually smart. It shouldn't be per campaign. Those should be in the gameplay options. Notables and settlements overlays are now sorted by their power. Previously, only notables were sorted or randomly ordered. Okay, so now I'm assuming the most powerful will be on the left. So it's an easy way to see who actually has the best troop. Add a time of day and click to reset camera tooltip to the time of day circle located on the center map bar. Added aunt and uncle relation text to clan screen members. That's actually pretty smart. Skills shown in the clan members tabs now show up in order of their categories. Skill passive gain information is now visible by default in the character development screen. Added mount information to encyclopedia troop equipment icons. Spectated agent name is now visible in the spectator UI. Swap next and previous character buttons while spectating. Added settlement culture to settlement tooltips. Very smart to do. Fixes. Fixed a bug that caused issue icon to be visible on the settlement nameplate even though there were no issues available in that settlement. Fixed a visual bug with the hero health bars on the pane. I was just getting ready to say with this though, I wish they would fix it so you don't see that there's actually a quest in a settlement when it's been raided. Fixed inconsistencies in the tournament leaderboard pop up. Remove the price column. Fixed layout overlap issues with the settlement army overlay pop-ups. Fixed inconsistent hero banner locations in the clan screen. Alright, fixed a bunch of bugs. Enable players to dismiss armies during an encounter on the campaign map. Caused raid icons to display on settlement nameplates after loading the game. Caused the game speed to be fast forwarded after closing and opening menus. Yes, that has happened. I prepare for war when I knew war was coming. So I would open a bunch of things to upgrade troops and everything, and all of a sudden time would start up again and I get attacked. Caused the traded money information to be shown in the feed twice. Loaded map notifications for ransom offers. Caused ransom offers for the player's characters to be shown to the player. Caused the education notification for siblings not to trigger. I have heard about that. There have been people saying that they were not getting the notifications. Okay, campaign map interactions. Parties would sometimes lift an ongoing siege due to a high wounded ratio so that they could travel to nearby towns to rest and return to siege when healed. This loop has been fixed. Fixed an issue that allowed the player to break out of a besieged town without losing men by selecting sally out or leave battle after. Siege tents on the campaign map no longer switch positions when an army joins an ongoing siege. Remove the surrender option in Siege Parley. Players will now lose 10 influence if they abandon siege settlements that belong to their kingdom by parleying with an enemy for safe passage. That does make sense. Improve relation changes that occur when pillaging settlements. They will now only occur when a player is the encounter leader. General mission related improvements and fixes. Improve the battle spawn system. The spawn distance between all types of formations have been lowered. This distance between cavalry units in regular and loose formations have also been lowered. Party army leader heroes now spawn at the center of the forces in the mission. Formations were referred to according to the type of first unit added to them, which caused various inconsistencies. A more complex but accurate logic that takes into account the most numerous types were added. Fix the bug that caused all formations to stay in place and fight only when attacked or when enemies came close. So a bunch of changes to actually how you fight in battles and how things are laid out on the map, which that will be interesting to be seen in the game itself. Siege mission related improvements and fixes implemented a logic that makes agents choose the shorter direction, clockwise or counterclockwise, to circumvent blocker nav meshes. The lack of this logic was most significantly shown when agents tried to move to a pushing position around a moving siege tower from the front when it could have been much easier if they went around from the other side. So they're trying to make them smarter. They just need to get them up the siege ladders and towers. Fix the bug that sometimes caused archers not to use archer positions. Caused attacking siege weapons to shoot at and damage their own towers and rams. Caused soldiers to stay in place instead of following the siege ram and towers until reaching the wall. Caused ranged siege weapons to sometimes shoot to choose irrelevant targets. So they're all very nice fixes. All of this is really nice. They still, I don't think, have the AI smart enough to move up the ladders and towers consistently. So hopefully this will help a little bit of it, and maybe this does by the direction. We'll see. Character development. Remove the character level effect when calculating the learning rate. Increasing the character level now no longer reduces learning rate. Wow. Okay. Off the top of my head, this is a big one. If it's what I'm thinking about, that means if you have a 6 learning rate, you're going to have a 6 learning rate until you cap. That is huge. That means you're never going to slow down. That is actually a massive good change if that is exactly what I'm thinking of. Will no longer reduces the learning rate. I'm not sure if they're talking character level or the skill level though. They said character level. So I'm gonna have to look at that. Improve the battle movement speed progression concerning the athletic skill. Reduce the movement speed increase effect of all perks. Ooch, looks like they slowed down athletic. Perk effects are now correctly shown in the post-battle screen. Fix the bug that caused the player to lose the generosity trait immediately after starting the tutorial. Fix the bug that caused the forced labor perk to reduce the carrying capacity. Uh, invest light perk, secondary effect added. Contractor's primary effect, fix the sharpened edge perk effect, and fix the bug that prevented militia effects, the perks that were working in castles. So unfortunately, once again, looks like we did not get Charm. I don't know what the heck they're waiting on. It's the only one not done. We still don't have it. Clan and parties. Clan parties can now be assigned a general stance, offensive, neutral, and aggressive. If defensive is selected, clan parties won't make hostile actions towards enemy settlements of their own. If aggressive is selected, they will try to be. Thank you, Tail World. You can now tell your clan parties not to attack settlements to take a relation hit. So if you don't want them to attack, make them defensive. The player is now able to limit the wages of all clan parties, including garrisons. If a given limit is reached, these party garrisons stop recruiting troops. Other parties won't leave units to garrisons that already have reached their given wage limit. All castles and towns now also recruit one unit daily. This recruit is selected from local notables. That is a great change. People still have problems with money. A lot of people don't know how to properly make the money. I have a lot of tutorials that actually tell you of great quests and things you can do to make money. However, if you do not have that information, you can now cap these to help better regulate how much your wages are. And also your castles and towns, well, I should say towns, selecting from one of the notables is really cool. The AI is now able to determine ideal wages for all of its settlements garrisons, taking into account its financial situation and prosperity of the settlement. If a garrison wage isn't paid, 5 units will desert from the garrison each day. Nice change. Troop changes, remove spears from Blandian swordmen. Sturgeon veteran bowman now uses commoner's axe. That's not what they need. They need a better bow. Updated stats, features just better all around characters. Added a hook guard to the Monopoly weapon. The Imperial bow skills increased 140. It just made the bow a little bit higher. Aserai Skirmisher has been renamed to Aserai Light Archer, is now a ranged unit. Okay. Botanian Wilding now has 140 athleticism. I think it's an S. I think it's a second spelling mistake. If I'm not right, athleticism is an SIM. SISM, I think. Botanian Clan Warriors now have a set of throwing daggers. Clan Warriors, throwing daggers. Revised stats of the Caravan Guard, Veteran Guard, and Armed Traders. So that would be Caravan people have gotten probably stronger. Renamed Embers of the Flame units to Spark Flame and Blaze, respectively. Fixed a bug that allowed the players to sell captives an infinite amount of times. Yeah, I know about that. Caused companions to stay naked after being kicked out of the clan. Prevented the brother from being assigned to a. Wow. I did not think they were going to do that. Your brother can run a caravan now. I did not think they were going to allow family members to do it. Um, Disabled the ability of marrying siblings to a leader of another clan. Allowed heroes below the age of 18 to become emissaries and gain a level. That was fixed, I thought, in 1.5.9, where your siblings were being emissaries. That made younger siblings' skin color different. Okay, armies fixed an issue that allowed a starving party that had joined an army with food to continue losing troops. So that same thing. That was supposed to have been fixed in 1.5.9. Kingdom and diplomacy. When joining a kingdom as a vassal for the first time, the player will now be given special equipment and elite troops. So you're going to get special equipment and troops for joining a kingdom for the first time as a vassal. That will be very interesting to see what you get. The player can now abdicate the throne of their kingdom. Okay, this must be, I'm assuming you're going to be able to spend influence to try to take the throne, is what I'm thinking. So you don't have to wait for somebody to die. Relation with the king is now much more important when it comes to defection calculation. If a clan has poor relation with the king, it has a higher likelihood of defecting. Okay, so this will make, let's hope it goes the other way around, so that when you build up relations with a clan, that they're more likely to stay. Which is how it should, this is how it should be. If you don't like somebody, you shouldn't stay with them. Settlements can no longer be gifted to mercenaries. The loyalty drift medium for settlements was slightly reduced, increasing the possibility of rebellions occurring. Rebellion clans are now also stronger. The rebel leader spawns with a higher amount of money, while the rebelled settlements start with better militia and higher food. The player will now receive ransom offers for prisoners kept by the player and the player's clan members. Combat after using force notables to give you recruits or force peasants to give you supplies will now cause a war whether the player is victorious or not. Fix the bug that caused rebel clans to join a deactivated kingdom. Fix faulty relation requirements to join a kingdom. Relation with the king can't be lower than -10. Yeah, that's what it should have been. Towns now have 50% more money on average, so they increased it supposedly even more. I know they had increased this once, so a lot of towns can have the possibility of having 60 to 90,000 dinars on them, but it looks like they made it even more, so they're going to have a ton of money. The total health value of villages and prosperity value of castles and towns had a high inflation. The daily income of these two variables is now smaller, which prevents high inflation during late game. And this is what I have been sending in with my workshops. I've been sending these to Tail World. And anybody that's seen my videos have noticed that wood workshops and smithies were lacking bad. Wood workshops and smithies were making much less profit compared to other shops. Profits for these two have been slightly increased. That concerns me, the word slightly. Pay attention sometime in the next maybe 3 to 5 days. I will have the 1.5.10 workshop guide out. Fixed a bug that prevented caravans from providing any profitable trade information. People were talking about that. When you had the one that showed caravan rumors, it wasn't showing. Fixed the bug that caused some settlements to have a trash item in their market. I had seen trash items. Fixed the bug that caused some caravans to get stuck in settlements. Fixed the calculation bug that caused settlements to have negative taxes. Settlement actions. Faction rulers can now enter all settlements with their domain regardless of their relation, which is how it should be. If a guy doesn't like me, and I'm the king, how can he keep me out of his castle or town? I'm the king. Tournament weapons have been slightly revised for better gameplay experience. The secondary effect of Siege Workshop Settlement Project is now listed in its description. Stashes are no longer available in undistributed settlements. Ransom brokers are now visible while pressing the Alt button. Quests and issues. Oh boy. Oh, this sucks. Oh, I saw one. This is going to be terrible, guys. Related quests will now fail if a player forces peasants to give supplies. Related quests will now fail if a player changes his kingdom and becomes an enemy of the quest giver. Added change some Lord solution logs for quests that have Lord solution. Added remaining time value to the main story quest. Ladies' Night Out quest acceptance log has been updated. Fixed a bug that caused the player to get stuck in the Lord's Hall when trying to solve the overpriced raw material quest with the ruler. A bug that caused Art of the Trade quest rewards and payments to be incorrect has been fixed. Fixed a bug in the main storyline where the Lord told a player to talk to a dead character. Fixed the bug that caused the quest items to be removed from the inventory in the quest Deliver the Herd, even though the player chooses the option to keep them. And there she is. In and Out quest reward gold has been fixed to 800. Therefore, no more getting a free 3 to 5,000 out of In and Out. Hopefully that means 800 above the 1,000 you would pay, because if it is capped at 800 completely, that means you would actually lose 200. So we will test that out. Now we'll have to update the video. In and out is now terrible. Fixed a dialogue state problems that caused the manual labor's quest giver to ask for prisoners twice. Fixed the bug that caused the village needs drought animals quest alternative companion solution to give rewards twice. Fixed scout enemy garrison quest floating point calculation related bug. NPCs to act like companions in the tavern after resolving related quests. Irrelevant items to be missing in inventory after completing the gang leader. Prevented the escort merchant caravan quest from failing when the quest was taken from a rebel city and the city owner changed ownership to a hostile faction. Failed the rescue your family quest after 10 years. Prevented the main hero from completing the rescue your family quest if the game had been saved in the menu that opens it. Okay, so now that you're guaranteed to do it. Prevented the main hero from sending a companion to solve an issue. Added various improvements and fixes in the rival gang moving in. Scout enemy garrison quest conditions no longer include the issue giver being an army leader. Other, fixed an issue with the disorganized speed penalty continuing until the party traveled to a settlement instead of disappearing after a short period. Photo mode, DLSS ghosting issues, minor visualization for the editor, removing saddles from the game that were added for testing purposes. Sky's pickaxes, hose, and blacksmith hammers, pitchforks, hammers can now be used as civilian equipment. Blunt broadsword blade piece, which is used at tournaments, now deals blunt. Added hidden culture affixes to several armors. Calculation that influenced the number of garrison troops. Bandit party colors to be wrong. Minor factions to have the wrong banner. The player's families, the last seen location information at the beginning of the game has been fixed. Grammatical errors and expression to some of the log entries. Change the weapon price calculation formula to correctly price bastard swords. Fixed the bug that made the main party disappear when the player died as a prisoner. Multiplayer. As I've said before, I do not run through multiplayer as I am not a multiplayer person. Therefore, I do not want to comment on things that I do not know about, and which means now we will get to the juicy one. Unfortunately, that means we did not get any other changes. So we did not, I don't think we got the map battle system. We didn't get charm. We didn't get anything like that. However, there is more performance issues normally at the bottom. Okay, added last hitter information to the melee range bow. Yeah, you can now you can target the last one. A headshot kill indicator has been added to the kill feed. Date and time shown is now correct with the selected language. Mission outline colors are now different for ammo and throwables. Equipment control system has been changed for gamepads. Bugs that cause the center top notification to disappear when loading has been opened. Fixed a bug that caused the combat log to print incorrect damage amounts. Performance improvements related to memory usage, improved CPU multi-core performances. As I said, they normally put the big ones at the end. And once again, we always hope that this improves. Sometimes they do mess up. However, let us hope we did get a few additional ones that will help us out. Jump position, combat, improve the flee radius to make it easier for riderless horses to flee battle. Alright, so they made the edge line a little bit closer, which sucks. Improve cavalry charging AI decisions by reducing the amount of time a unit spends moving away from the enemy. I actually mentioned this in one of my videos where cavalry will charge way off, turn around, and come back because they want to get full speed. However, they were running way far out, way too far. It doesn't take that long to reach full speed. So they did change that. Adjusted the range calculation of range units to prevent targeting of a very distant target, which they shouldn't do. I wouldn't want guys to be firing at 160, 170 meters because they're just going to be wasting ammo. Books, a bug that caused formation unit frames that had no valid path to order position to accomplish a valid unit frames was fixed. Throwing weapon spawn positions have been corrected when dropped from a character as they no longer spawn on the ground. Caused the camera to get stuck and a localization fixes. And then there are the modding issues. So all in all, let's take out the 7 weeks that Bannerlord took to get this. Is 1.5.10 a good patch? In my opinion, yes. There are many great things, including all of the fixes, the performance issues. There's quite a few very good things. Uh, the added this right here, when you're adding in things, which I've talked about before, more options the better. To be able to potentially turn off death or maybe lower the chance in missions, persuasion, success. There's many good things about this. So for a 1.5.10, a point 1, I think it is a very, very good patch. Now, the testing will be the key. The only thing that really gets to me is that in and out. They finally capped that. That is going to hurt really bad. But all in all, not terrible. I'm still waiting to find out how we're looking towards 1.5.11 or 1.6. As soon as I find out, I will let you guys know that on a beta branch video that comes out on Friday. So hopefully we'll find that out. So if you want to see how the game is running and how I beta test 1.5.10, I should be live streaming this today and tomorrow. If I'm not up right away, I'm still getting this video ready to go. However, if this video is up, you will see me most likely online. So I hope to see you then. As always, take care, and thanks for watching.